Welcome to today's yoga class. In today's class, we're going to be focusing on a series of poses to help us with our lower back and hips, especially for those who are suffering with any sciatica. During the class, it'll be helpful if you have a yoga block. It is optional, but if you do have one, I really recommend that you have it handy. And if you don't have a yoga block, you can also use a bolster or a really big stiff cushion instead. And if you need to, you can also use a smaller, softer cushion, but ideally a yoga block or a bolster. So let's start with centering ourselves on our mat and doing a little breath work. So take a nice deep breath in and lift your chin up. Open your mouth, purse your lips together and breathe out and lower your chin and bring it down to your chest. Take a deep breath in through your nose and raise your chin up. Press your lips together, breathe out through your mouth and lower your chin towards your chest. Breathe in through your nose and bring your head back up. And breathe out through your mouth, bringing your chin to your chest. Breathe in through your nose and bring your head back up. And breathe out, slowly lowering your head. One last one, deep breath in and bring your head back up. And breathe out, slowly lowering your head. Come back to center. We're going to do a few warm-up exercises starting with the hips. So lean forward as far as you can comfortably go. Keep your hands on your knees and start to make big circles as far as you can go. Just making as big circles as you can. Trying to move as much from the hips and the waist as possible. Now change direction and make big circles in the opposite direction. At the end of the next rotation, come to center and lengthen up and straighten your spine. Then bring your feet up onto the mat, arms in front of you, roll your spine and come to lie down. We're going to do some knee and ankle warm-ups. So make sure you engage your core, lift your knees up, bring your feet apart, and then make big circles with your feet. Make the circles in opposite direction, coming towards each other, and really give those knees a nice warm-up, making great big circles as big as you can, and swap direction and make circles in the opposite direction with your feet. And come back to center. Now do the same, but only your ankles, moving your feet and just turning as big circles as you can to warm up those ankles, and turn in the opposite direction. Make nice big circles with your feet. Okay, if you can, roll yourself up and come back into a seated position on your mat. We are now going to be doing a shoelace pose, which is a supported pose, and you will be needing your block for this. You can do this from the ground if you don't have a block or bolster to sit on. And bring your left foot alongside your right hip and bring the knee down to the mat. Then drop your right knee on top of your left knee and bring your right foot to the side of your left hip. Make sure your spine is as straight as possible. Then you're going to put your right hand on your left knee and turn and twist and look behind you over your shoulder. We're going to hold you for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, turn and twist to look over the opposite shoulder. Bring the opposite hand onto the mat behind you and hand on your knee. And hold here for a few more breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, come to face center. We're going to do this wonderful spider fingers again. To make spider fingers, and bring your fingers down to the mat, and then walk your hands out as far as you can comfortably go. Try to bring your chest all the way on top of your legs and your chin resting on top of your knee, but just go as far as is comfortable for you. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, start to walk your hands back and lengthening up your spine. We're now going to be swapping our legs, so bring your right leg up and then your left leg, and now bring your right leg down first and bring the foot alongside your left hip. Drop your left knee on top of your right knee and bring that left foot to the side of your right hip. Then turn and twist to look over your shoulder and hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your hands and turn and twist in the opposite direction. And let's hold here for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, turn and come to center. Make your spider fingers, and then walk your hands along your mat, lengthening your spine, bringing your chest down as far as you can. Try to get your chest on your legs and bring your chin onto your knee. And let's hold here for a few breaths. Just go as you can comfortably go. If you can't reach all the way, that is perfectly fine. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, begin to walk your hands back and lengthen your spine. Unwrap your legs and come to sit on your mat and remove your block or bolster support out of the way. Feet flat on the mat, arms extended, roll your spine and come to lie down onto the mat. Then hug your knees into your chest, then tuck your hands behind the tops of your thighs. Slowly lengthen out and straighten your legs using your hands to pull your legs towards you. And we're going to hold you in a supported waterfall pose for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your knees, lower your feet, bring your feet down to the mat and release your hands down to the mat. We are now going to be doing a supine pigeon pose, I'm going to take you through a various series of steps. You just go as far as you can comfortably go. You don't have to go all the way if you are not able to. So we are going to start simply by taking our right ankles and placing it on top of our left knee. And again, you can stay here. This is as far as you can comfortably go. If you can go further, lift up that left foot and bring the knee towards you. You can hold your hands behind your thigh or around your shin and just pull that leg closely towards you. Your goal here is to bring your right shin as far as possible towards your chest. Once you've gone as far as you can, take your hand and bring it to hold your knee, and take the opposite hand to hold your foot. So you're holding your right foot in position, and then you can lower that left foot back down to the mat. So you can stay in this position, or you can lengthen out that left leg and stay here for the full stretch. Whatever you're doing, make sure there's no strain in your neck and shoulders, and you're just holding that right leg in position. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we're literally going to go into reverse to come out of the position. So bring your left foot to the mat, then bring the left knee up to your right ankle, release your hands on your right foot, and then slowly, using the support of your left foot, bring that right foot back, and then bring both feet down to the mat. Now for the opposite side. Bring the left ankle on top of the right knee. Stay here if this is as far as you can go. Then bring that right knee towards you. You can hold the thigh or shin and just pull it as close to you as you can. Release your hand and hold your knee. Release the other hand and hold your left foot. Keep that left leg in position and slowly move that right foot down to the mat. And then if you can, extend that right leg out. And then we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Okay, take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your right knee, bring your right foot onto the mat, and bring the right knee up against your left ankle. Release your hands, and then slowly bring that left leg back using the support of your right leg, and then lower your left foot down to the mat. Lengthen out your legs and give your legs a nice good stretch. Okay, we're now going to do a fish pose, so come up onto your elbows. Then move your hands so that they are underneath your seat and you are resting on top of your hands. Flex your feet and point your toes towards you, and then drop your head and then slowly come to lower the top of your head onto the mat, keeping your back off of the mat. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, moving as slowly as you need to, slowly lift up your head. Then bring your hands and shoulders out from underneath you and lower yourself down to the mat. And let's get ready for Shavasana, final resting pose. Let your feet fall apart naturally, shoulders away from your ears, arms at your side, palms facing up. Take a nice deep breath in, breathe out, and let's take a moment to absorb all the good work we have just done for our bodies. A closing mantra for today. I release tension and welcome ease into my body and mind. Let's come back to the room. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, wriggle your fingers and toes, move your head from side to side. Then bring your hands up together, interlace your fingers, turn your palms out, and then bring your hands behind you and give yourself a nice full body stretch from your hands to the tips of your toes. And release. And when you're ready, bend your knees, roll over onto your side, and use your hands to push yourself up into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today, and know that I appreciate you. Hands in prayer in front of your heart. Go well. Namaste.